So this is the knife, which is TS357. So TS357 from D2 Steel is a great looking knife. Some people say that it looks like a fixed blade, and it definitely looks like a fixed blade when it's open. You see, when it's closed, it doesn't look like a fixed blade that much, but when it's open, it looks pretty much like a fixed blade, and it's pretty cool. The action is pretty cool. The design is amazing. It's one of my favorite designs. And at first, when I ordered it, I said that probably for this amount of money, although this is like $100 from AliExpress, if you buy it from eBay, it's a little bit lower. Maybe you can find it for a lower amount of money. But this is micarta, and I thought that I maybe like this design here is very cool on the back. I probably like this micarta to be carbon fiber, and for me, probably it will be better. Now, when I'm touching this micarta and I'm seeing how light it is, probably I was not right. So let's see inside the knife if we can. And maybe you will not be able to see, but if you see it, it's absolutely skeletonized. So titanium liners, very skeletonized, very light, very comfortable to wear knife. So theoretically, it can be used as a front flipper here, but this is extremely difficult to pull off. So usually you will not use it as a front flipper. Usually use it as from below and also from just a normal flipper. The blade finish is a fingerprint magnet, as you can see. Even if I clean it, then I close it and then open it. When I open it, I catch it, so my fingers are touching it here. And now when it opens, you see fingers on the blade. So this is a little bit awkward, but the most awkward thing about this knife, the thing that I didn't like the most was the sharp corner. So first, this thing here, the liner inside was pretty sharp. Not the sharpest thing ever, but it was pretty sharp. I just filed it a few minutes ago, and now it's much better. It's much more softer. It's much nicer. They have a cutout, a little cutout here, which, by the way, the Spyderco Bradley 2 doesn't have, and it needs just a little bit, just to be able to put your thumb and do it. So it's fine. It's very good. What I did on the thumb here, the thumb looks very comfortable. When you put your hand into it, you put your thumb and you push, cut and everything. It's fine, but it was very sharp also. This thing was very sharp in here, those corners, and I filed them. And it's visible that I filed them, but it's fine. Now they're not as sharp, and now it's fine. Basically, when I tried to open it from below like this, it always took a chunk of my nail with it because of the sharpness of it. And Max Tkachuk, which is the designer of this knife, I don't know, his knives always have this kind of sharp corners, like this one, for example. You see, very nice designs, amazing designs, one of the best I've seen. I like them a lot. Max Tkachuk again. I'm not sure which one was this. Let me see. This one is TS248. So 248. This one, very nice, very colorful. It look like a fish. Very cool. But this portion here on the top, pretty sharp. It's edgy. It's sharp. And this edge, you can basically cut something with it. It's pretty sharp. Also, the thumb stud is pretty sharp. I mean the flipper. It's kind of sharp in here. You see, it has bevels, but those things here are very sharp. I don't know, maybe they didn't put it in the tumbler or something to just a little bit of, you can file it, of course, by yourself. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard. So this knife, which one is it again? TS357 from D2 Steel, Max Tkachuk design. Amazingly looking knife, maybe one of my favorite knives so far from Twosun, although it's not the most expensive one, but I love it so much. I have this one. I bought it from AliExpress for about $100, and I'm waiting for one now to come from eBay for like $75 or something, I think. So it's a little bit cheaper from eBay. Amazing. If you go to a bidding or something. But you see, the design is pretty cool. The pocket clip is very nice, by the way. It's deep carry pocket clip. It's very cool looking clip. It has also a little bit of a, you know, thing, but it's a little bit soft, and probably you can lose the knife. I'm not sure. It's pretty deep, it's pretty long, so maybe you will not lose it. It also has a liner hole here, but overall, if you file a little bit here the liner block, and if you file a little bit in this area, of course you have to disassemble the knife. It's just amazing knife, and it's so nice to play with, because when I'm holding it, this micarta feels so good. I mean, I'm just amazed by this knife. It's one of my favorites so far, knives probably ever, because of the design. It looks like a fixed, but it's a flipper. You know, it's not a flipper. It's a folder, but still, it looks like a fix. It's amazing. Let me show you the size of it compared to paramilitary 2. Yeah, it's similar size to paramilitary, I guess. It's a little bit longer than paramilitary. Yeah, it's a little bit longer, but very, very little. But the blade of it, overall, the blade of it is bigger. You see, the knife itself is similar size, but the blade is bigger. So the handle is a little bit shorter. That's what I like it, because, you know, they managed, this guy, Max Tkachuk, by his design, he managed to get this huge blade into this small handle. It's just amazing. I kind of love it. So, thank you guys, and see you in the next one. Probably too soon again.